All right, y'all. So I'm gonna put this on. This is a better place. My seatbelt. So Blunders 101. Make sure your laptop's charged. This has never happened to me, but you know I gotta keep it 100, man. I gotta keep it. No, shout out to the homie, man. But I was hot as hell up in that damn car. I should have told him, man, turn this joint on. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't text. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I guess I could have took it in here, but my battery still would have went out. So I had a full charge when I left the house. But sometimes those batteries, hold on. No, I just found out there was a table in the barber shop, you know what I'm saying, with a plug. And I could have went back there and plugged in. It's all good though, man. I appreciate it. Cause see, I was gonna go over south and plug in. The initial plan was for me to go over south, you know what I'm saying, and plug in. And then park my car and then, you know what I'm saying, do my thing. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, things happen. I ain't gonna lie, I was super embarrassed at first. I ain't gonna lie, I was super embarrassed. Like, damn, man, like, I've been instructing classes, teaching forever. I'm gonna give y'all the footage of, you know what I'm saying, me putting that paperwork in. I was instructing classes, telling people about this forever, and here I am, 10 years later, you know, it said 100%. It did. I mean, damn, you know what I'm saying? It said 100%, man. It said 100%. You know what I'm saying? But no, bro tried to get me right. I said, oh, man. He said, you want to take the interview in the car? I said, shit, it's like an offense in there. Yeah, hell yeah. Then I realized, damn. Because I started seeing it dwindle down because I'm looking at the power. And I don't want to say nothing. You don't never want to say nothing. Hey, let me go plug my thing in. No, you rather it gets cut off. And then you make your apology. Don't start talking about problems during an interview about IT. Don't do that. Yeah, you don't want to start talking about problems. You know, if there's a problem, you want to try to go about going to fix it. Reach out, tell the person there's a problem like I did. You call, say, hey, my power went out. Initially, try to blur your ordeal, blur your thing. Because what they're going to do, you know, a lot of times people don't like to see you in a car. They want to see an office environment or something. So they said blur it out or whatever. So I should have did that right off the rip. Some people just do it where they, you know, but I was in a car. So, you know, it looks like a car. You in a car. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times you may not be able to get to an office right away if it's something remote. But you want to give yourself time and get into an office setting. You know what I'm saying? So they like blur it out. I'm like, all right, bet. So, you know, it is what it is, y'all. But I wanted to give y'all that story about going out there to Little Canada and Matamidi. So I'll probably just break them apart. You know what I'm saying? We headed over south right now. I'm going to park and I'm going to continue today. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that's it, man. I'll see y'all later. Thought I'd give you a little coverage. I spent a lot of time. I'm talking about a lot of time on Golden Valley. I've been getting my haircut by Blue for many, many, many years. You know what I'm saying? Been a very close friend of the family. So 42nd is a part of my journey because I you know, whenever I'm going on interviews and I want to get myself together, that's where I go. I go to Right Choice Barbershop. That's where I go, man. I've been going there for a number of years. I bring my son there. You know what I'm saying? Bringing on the Pearson legacy. So we're going to get to 394, which is going to bring us to 35 pretty soon. So I'll give y'all a little 394 story. Back under the adventures of DP, and I think what I'm going to do one day is I'm going to bring y'all through the tunnel at night, but that means I got to go over north at night. But there's a tunnel right over there by not Olson Memorial Highway, but is it the Lowry Tunnel? Or it's the tunnel. It's the quintessential tunnel, and we'll probably be passing this up soon. Oh, we got a movie from Stack Doe. What's Stack Doe saying today? You better not be teasing me with no Popeyes biscuits and rice and beans. I might make this a full account journey. Do a couple little clips. 394 East Minneapolis. Everybody knows Golden Valley. Golden Valley right over here. Golden Valley is right by North Minneapolis. I've always kind of liked Golden Valley a little bit. Never lived out there. I used to take 55 all the way. I had a homie that right now is super duper successful. And he used to I think they used to have a halfway house out there. So every weekend I come visit him, send him some books, send him some, I might send him some money or I send him books. I sent him a whole bunch of books. And he be sitting in the county, with books and all kind of stuff. And sometimes I come out the guards, let me rock out. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie to you, man, it was a whole club out there right on 55. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the workhouse. It's like a club. It'd be like a damn club in there. I ain't gonna lie. You gonna have some 7.5s to 8s. Yeah, man, I'll take occasional 9, but you gonna have at least some 7s to 8s up in there. You better off going up in there rather than the club. Oh no, what's going on here? It's noon. Yeah, I ain't probably gonna be at work till after 1 o'clock. That's what it's looking like for me. Because I don't know what's going on here. So, because I gotta park the car, gotta have me some lunch. It took me a little longer than I was supposed to, but the Most High's blessing, I'll be moving on to the next thing anyway. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for y'all that's out of town, when you look at 94 East, that brings you all the way to Chicago. If you never stop and go on for 8 miles. And when you get around Golden Valley, you can see downtown Minneapolis in the backdrop. It gets janky around this time, and I keep forgetting it's Friday. You dig? So, it's probably going to take me almost till 1 o'clock to even get there. So, when the Weasel Man, you know what I'm saying? If I'll get into that in another time. But time off is time off, and that's another thing that I was talking about before. If you take time off, and ain't really nothing going on, nobody to be acting funny. And sometimes in some environments they act real funny. I've heard this from a lot of people, especially black folks, but I've heard it from white people too. When you get ready to take your time off and folks is acting funny about you taking your PTO. That's what they call time off. I remember I was working with this dude named Bob one time. And every time Bob wanted, he's a white guy. Every time Bob, want to take time off, they start acting funny. PTO is one thing I could say that they'll cover some white folks with this too. Anybody that wants to take their PTO in America, man, has had this damn issue. Every time you want to take your time off, it's a problem. Well, you can't take it then, and you can't do it now, and we got this going on and all. And, okay. Josephine took her time off. I thought this was supposed to be, approval for this and coverage and all this kind of shit. Some places just act funny. I remember one time a manager, I heard a big boom. I mean, it was a big old boom. Hope I ain't run over anything. My wheels starting to act funny. What was that all about? I ain't carrying nothing. Man, I might have to go through I really don't want to do this, y'all. I might have to go through downtown because I got to take off my clothes and I don't know what's going on. What is happening on 94? It must be the state patrol or the state fair or whatever. All right, you know what, y'all? I might have to I don't really want to do this, but I think I ain't got no choice. I ain't got no damn choice, man. Yep, I got to. And it is what it is. Stack Doe sending me something. Stack Doe. Stack Doe. All right, do we want to get on ramp A? This used to be, this used to be Stack Doe's little favorite spot. Bro used to be inconspicuous as hell, parking blocks down. Like, man, they ain't gonna catch me lacking. I'm like, damn, Navy SEAL, what's going on, bro? Man, shit, bro. Now I'm just fun just messing with him. And we gonna get off on ramp B. Let's take a curveball. Let's take a curveball. Yeah, we gonna get off by the hospital. Hennepin County Medical. I don't really rock with it too much. They got that locked up in county jail. Man, they make you strip when you go in there. I remember one time I went to go visit somebody, and they make you strip down. I thought it was Magic City. I mean, they really making you, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, bro, they making you strip down at HCMC. They got guards and stuff because people be acting a fool. We are in front of the legendary Mayo Clinic. Legendary. Block E, as my homie calls it. Oh, there you go. There you go, Stack Doe. She got a couple extra pounds on her. Got some tattoos. Send her to Stack Doe. She needs your help, bro. Nah, anyway, bro. Murray's is right here. Legendary Steakhouse. As my homie would say, oh, DP, you was a Block E legend. No, not really. But right here was Circuit City, right off here on the right. Damn, man, I miss downtown since I was a kid. The U.S. government, you get you a charge or you get your license. Yeah, you get you a charge or you get you a license right here. This is where you go into court. You get your license right in front of this building, or you about to get a sentence. Right here. Right off 2nd Avenue or, the next block. U.S. Bank Plaza off to your left. I'm going to give you guys a story on that. All right? STIR, yeah, Hennepin County Government Center. So you're going to get your license down here, or you're going to get a child support, or you're going to get you a sentence. You're going to get you a sentence. That's what you're going to get. If you down here, that's what you're going to get. You get your license together, you're going to get you a life sentence, and you're going to get some child support. One of the three. That's the reason why you come down here. Unless you got some kind of little, litigation, thing going on with, UD or, you taking someone to court and whatnot. The Legendary Armory off to your left. Maxo Cream, people like that will come down there. I'm trying to think of somebody big. They got Beautiful Chaos, Cat's Eye, Renee Rapp, Bite Me Tour. I haven't been in the Armory. I had some opportunities to go down to one of the boxing things. I should have taken up on that offer. I did not. Hennepin County Healthcare, right over here on Portland, Thrivent Financial, fly there a couple times. Hennepin County Health Services, STDs, hey, get your STD check right there. Park Avenue, the legendary Park Avenue, the legendary U.S. Bank Stadium right here. U.S. Bank Stadium, that's the Vikings play right here. The legendary Chicago Avenue. I'm just going to keep down 55. I could bust a right on Chicago Avenue and then bust a left and hit Franklin and take that where I need to be. I'm not going to do that. Minneapolis is a beautiful place, y'all. Love or hate, Minneapolis is a beautiful place. I think I'm going to jump on 94. I was supposed to jump on 90. Oh, no. Uh-oh. This should still bring me where I need to be. You got Cedar Riverside off to your left. You could get to Cedar Riverside and Franklin and all that from different places. Different sides. And this gonna bring me to 55. And I could take it to 55 or 94. Now, I think this is 94. Damn, man. That's how I know I ain't took this in a minute. Yup. Yeah, so usually I take 55 Hiawatha and then just get off. But right here, I'll get off by Augsburg College. I heard the sister is running things. They're going to pawn shop. They didn't shut that down. But I'm going to get off right here. Yeah, I'm going to get off right here. I'm going to get off by Augsburg College right here on 25th and Riverside. My old stomping grounds. If you look at the not the condominiums, but the high-rise parts around the time my mom and dad broke up, he stayed in one of these high-rise buildings. So I know these high-rise buildings very well. I don't think it was this one. It was the next one up a couple blocks. You know what I mean? So they done blocked all this off. I don't know what they're doing. So I guess bust a right. Get down here. Yeah, the neighborhood, y'all, man, it used to be much better than this. Now, this Wells Fargo Bank, I think it still is a Wells Fargo. This Wells Fargo Bank right here, damn, it don't even look like a bank no more. I don't know what's going on. But I guess it still is. But let me tell y'all about that bank. There was a guy that used to do security. His name was Kroll. Big time Blue Lives Matter guy. He was up here when when Trump was up here. He was like the leader of the police union. He used to do security right there at that bank. I think he was retired or something. He's from the east side. So he kind of got his rank and his street cred living and patrolling the east side. You know what I mean? Now I'm passing up some of these buildings. I'm on Franklin. I'm passing up some of these buildings where these fraudulent bastards done ripped a bunch of people off for autism and disability. I'm passing those up. They way in the back, but some of those are on Franklin. I'm telling you, some of those were all Franklin. So we're on 22nd and Franklin right now. Once again, my old stomping grounds. Seward Cafe, legendary. Legendary. Is the hardware store closed down? Gosh, man. They done fucked up the damn neighborhood, man. This neighborhood ain't nothing like it used to be. It saddens me. Perkins, you go get your new Jack City on at Perkins. You know what I'm saying? You want to use some fentanyl, go to Perkins. You ain't gonna get pancakes. What is this bus right here? Where does this go? The number 67. I'm not really too sure about that. Yeah, I have no idea. I'll holler at y'all though. Shout out to bro for the cut. It's the next part of my journey. To finish up the day. Yeah, they got it all messed up. This is because of the mayor. This is the mayor. This is the mayor. This is how the old neighborhood, that was Taco Bell right over there. The mayor and the governor, they got Seward neighborhood looking horrible. This is 100% their fault. This was a decent area years ago. You see that? That's your mayor.